What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another Fannounce Table edition of the Smark Moment Smack Talk podcast. We're going to be watching an Elimination Chamber match to get ourselves hyped up for the upcoming Elimination Chamber pay-per-view or premium live event. That's what we should be saying, right? My indoctrination is telling me otherwise. I'm your host, as always, Tony Mango. Joining me, as always, are Callum Wiggins. Maybe not.
He's eliminated.
I'm muted.
He's eliminated. He's eliminated.
You know what happened was I you said that and then I hit play on the recording rather than my mute button. So that's
we've done how many of these? All the more reason for me to give the explanation of how it works later.
It's late.
I'm the stupid one here. What are you doing?
And to fully introduce the panel, the apparent stupid one, according to himself, Robert D. Felice.
That's right. How we doing, guys?
I think we're doing better than Cal right now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be watching the 2005 New Year's Revolution pay-per-views Elimination Chamber match. Just the chamber match, not the rest of the pay-per-view. So we are joining this an hour and a half or so in. The actual time code that we're going with on the Peacock network side of things is 132 or 138.22. I should say 138.22. It's a little bit different for Callum because he is on the proper WWE network. So I don't know exactly what your thing is on. I'll do a screen share so you can see where I'm going just to be sure, because we've been trying to figure out like a specific way of syncing things up. I won't do a screen share for everybody that's watching because that doesn't make any sense. Oh, apparently I can't. I forgot because Peacock doesn't let you do the screen share, so you wouldn't be able to see anyway. That's just another byproduct of that. It's so great, isn't it, when you've got that kind of company synergy? I guess if you are watching on the network, then what I have on my screen and what Rob should have on his is you've got the little dragon and the Revol on their screen. It's just after fading out from a promo where they showed the cage and it's like a gold kind of tint, and you're going to be fading into the logo swooshes on the screen, and then it's going to get into the cage lowering. That's essentially where we're at. I'm sure if you stop it around that time frame, you're not going to be too far off. It's not like we're half a match away from each other or so. What time code is it on the network for you?
138.10.
12 seconds off. It's I wonder why the 12 seconds are... I guess that's just from the split-second ad break things.
Yeah, Peacock also blacks out for ad breaks, which
dumb. They
literally keep in all of the programming.
I don't understand why that's a thing on the paid tier. Well, that is what we do, and to make sure that you are synced up with us, we will give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play, and you will hit play then, not when you're getting introduced like what Callum was doing earlier, because I'm not going to introduce everybody that's listening. That wouldn't work. But that way you should be pretty close to where we are, and as we're going along here, drop your comments below, join in on the discussion as much as you can, tell us your thoughts of like, oh man, I forgot that this move happened, or you guys are crazy that you thought that this was the best part of the match, or whatever the case may be. I don't know if I've actually watched this all the way through. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably have, but it's probably been, I don't know, a decade maybe since I've seen it. I know it's been at least a while since I've even bothered to click on something like this, so I might not have actually watched it. So this might be my first time watching it through. Maybe it is for you, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just one of your favorite matches. Maybe you hate it. Maybe you're hate watching this or something. Let us know. Drop a comment below, and just take out some more housekeeping before we get started here. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Ring that little notification bell as well to get the email alerts for things like when we go live for pay-per-view post shows, and different things like the mailbag discussions and whatnot. Maybe some more live event type stuff going in the future. Maybe some more live podcasts. Maybe even a pay-per-view watch along like during the pay-per-view. We still want to try to figure that out. So, we can get more Fannounce Table content in the future with that. And if you want to help support us, you want to make sure that we do more content in particular of whatever it is what you want us to do, check out the Pick Your Poison tier on Patreon and the YouTube members only subscription. There's the Darkcast. We're going to do another Darkcast coming up in the next few weeks where we're going to piggyback off the one that we did last time around with the NXT mock draft. We're going to figure out our fantasy cards for that. And hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the little thanks button. There you go. So, again, we are at 138.22. I will say 3, 2, 1, play. And when I say play, then hit play. You guys ready to go?
I'm always ready to go, Tony.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And hopefully you are as well. If you're not, hit pause and then come back when you're ready. But we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, play. We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. Technically speaking, not, because this is 2005, but you know what I mean. Always love the cage lowering. Dum, 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 dum.
I love this structure. This is such like it legitimately hurt people, so it's not good in that way, but like it looks so menacing.
Are you guys of the same opinion that I am? That Hell in a Cell, of course, has been neutered over the years, and then Elimination Chamber comes along, and even though it's not the same like feud ending type of gimmick, that it completely surpassed Hell in a Cell. This is the brutal cage match more than any.
Not anymore. They all suck now. I mean, like,
Well, it's like every other pay-per-view match type or gimmick stipulation. It's overdone, it's overexposed, and that's the thing that's hurting more than just the aesthetic of it.
Young Batista.
Young Batista is still in his
like 35
to mid-30s. Yeah.
they are the exact same age.
Imagine the world if this would have been Jindrak instead of Batista.
Mm. I don't know if he was still a deacon at this point.
Good little tease.
Yeah. They've been sowing the seeds for a while now, so this is what actual long-term storytelling looks like.
Oh, that's
And you take a guy that's like even though he's not younger in the sense we were just talking about like age-wise, but he's a fresh, new type of guy, and you give him that build, and you give him the Royal Rumble win, and then he challenges his rival, that he goes on and beats him at WrestleMania, and he gets a big win over a big established superstar. My God, it works.
And then he beats him two pay-per-views straight after that. But then again, you have to be. There's very few people that Triple H would do that for. So,
I mean, it took 14 years, but Triple H eventually beat him once.
Bischoff's been showing up a lot more on WWE television these days.
Yeah, maybe AEW kicked him out.
They started arguing with Tony Khan, right?
Yeah. So at this point in time, just to set the scene, the World Heavyweight Championship has been vacated due to a triple threat match between Triple H, Chris Benoit, and Edge. I think Triple H tapped out to a submission that both wrestlers had applied at the time. So obviously the match ended in a weird draw situation, and they decided to vacate the title off Triple H.
An hour and a half in.
Yeah. Welcome to the pay-per-view, an hour and a half in. That makes no
All the
sense.
rest of it was just one elongated kickoff show.
Then again, that's how WWE looks at a lot of things, right? That's what WrestleMania is going to be. It's the most stupendous two-night...
I think he meant to say welcome to the Elimination Chamber, and he just didn't. Like...
Yeah. we're gonna get a 2-night stupendous WrestleMania this year of
they are taking the piss out
2
of
matches.
that, aren't they?
At least Owens is making fun of it, you know?
Oh yeah, that's the only thing he can do now. That's maybe the reason he stayed for so long, so he can keep taking the piss out of things.
The word stupendous is like,
That ring bell was pretty rinky dink.
Ding, ding,
yeah.
ding.
Oh, Lillian struggling. Go on, Lillian, you got this.
That's pretty bad. The match will continue when it continues the match. Participants come out, they participate. Okay, Lillian, thank you.
No, she tried.
She's far from the worst ring announcer that they've ever had. But yeah, once in a while, there's those moments where she's just sort of like, you know, the winner of the Royal Rumble will win the Royal match.
I have to tell you, this is more tasteful than the like shorts wearing referee
Yes.
Shawn Michaels.
That's the goodness of the Lord.
So why is HBK the special guest referee?
So
Because fuck everybody in this match, and he hates all of them.
yes, that is basically he's basically feuding, and not with everyone, but they, especially Edge at the moment, is the guy that he's mainly feuding with. So he got speared at Taboo Tuesday 2004, where he was facing a Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. They did a Taboo Tuesday vote where Michaels got more votes than Edge and Chris Benoit to get the match with Triple H. Edge was in the process of turning heel. That kind of like cemented the heel turn when he took out Michaels in the match to cost him it. He went out for a little while with an injury, and now he's back refereeing this one.
So he's got an
But
issue with
even
Triple
still,
H, and of course by proxy with Batista. He's got an issue with
Randy.
Well, Randy's
First time.
Randy's
in
babyface
Evolution.
at this point, yeah. Randy's babyface now.
And he spent the last. You got to think about it like this.
God,
He
my
spent
eyes.
The last
Yeah.
year fighting Evolution, which was Batista, Randy, and Hunter. Benoit for the world title, and he spent the year before that fighting Jericho, and then Edge is the guy who cost him the world title. So everybody was just like, "Oh, Christ!"
Yeah, this is the weird halfway house Edge, where Edge is
He's not
obviously
full rated our superstar.
Yeah, he's got Metal Lingus now, and he's turned heel, but he's still doing his Edge entrance and stuff.
The babyface trying to
pyro.
get the crowd pumped up kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that other pyro doing stuff like that. But now he's obviously just being like having a go at the fans.
Yeah, like Edge doesn't figure it out until Lita. Like, that is the most interesting thing about Edge.
Well, he's already had
in
Lita
this
at this
time.
point.
Well, he hasn't had her on TV yet.
Yeah.
So what is it about this chamber that you like better than the one that they've got now?
He likes the way it looks. He likes the fact that it's more of a violent aesthetic.
And I like the fact that they're not so up their own asshole that there's not a giant WWE logo on the top of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I like the new one because it's safer, and that's kind of like the main thing.
Yes, sure. But
They've
like, it's also, this looks intimidating and is.
Talk about Triple H's entrance. It seems
One of the
odd.
best entrances.
Yeah, it just feels odd with Triple H coming out now. But then again, I guess like I just remember, I just tend to remember Triple H like being one of the first guys entering these things.
You can tell they're not in the States because the people are very happy to see him.
Yeah, they're in Puerto Rico,
they're in the
right?
States technically, but they're in Puerto Rico. Like, people are so grateful to see Triple H. They don't see him that much.
I don't think you'd see many Flair is God signs nowadays.
Oh, he could say a New York City hospital, not a New York City medical facility, huh?
Well, he's Jim Ross.
I think yeah. Yeah, I think Jim Ross is going into business for himself.
Yeah.
Vince is backstage being like, it's a medical facility, damn it, I'm going to fire you for the 9th time.
But also, it's 2005. Maybe Vince isn't as anal about the word medical facility yet.
Oh yeah, we also now also getting into the era where they've started to move a little bit more into free commentators.
The place is going nuts.
Yeah. Oh, Triple H is playing into it now. He's like he's going into slight babyface mode now. I'm a heel, but the crowd love me, so I'm going to play into a babyface thing instead.
Super kick him.
He's having fun.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you.
Shawn's the only ever special referee for an Elimination Chamber, isn't he?
Oh yeah, though I mean this match doesn't favor this kind of a rule. It only works because again, it's Shawn and he's got so much of a history with everybody here.
Yeah.
Like at this point, Edge is the only person he hadn't fought in a one-on-one match.
This babyface Randy Orton just didn't work.
It sucks. Oh my god,
I have to say, like, obviously I've always had my things with Randy and stuff like that, but it's incredible how over he is. Like, it's amazing. I would say safely that out of the people that are quote unquote main roster guys, he's the most over guy in WWE by a country mile.
You're talking about at this point, or are you talking about in 2022?
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh my god, everybody loves Randy Orton might be.
I know it was St. Louis in the Royal Rumble, so obviously they were going to cheer him, but it's just like the pop that he gets is massive. Nobody.
He's reached legend status,
Yeah, nobody that appears every single week. Well, to be fair, he doesn't appear every single week nowadays, but like he doesn't appear the majority of the time and gets anywhere near the reaction he does.
I mean, you've got kids that are like, teenagers.
You know what? He's smarter. He's better in the ring. He's like everything. He's so much better than he was at this point in his career.
And in fairness, he's like MJF's age here.
Yeah. Randy Orton at this point has only had like one blowaway match with Foley at Backlash 2004. And obviously
the match with Benoit was good.
It was a good match, but yeah, and they shot him to the moon.
Oh, it's so weird watching this without the pyro and his normal music.
I think that's the first time he's ever done it. Because like he wasn't doing it much before the pyro.
I like this music. I mean, obviously I like I Walk a Line better, but like this is still great music.
It's leaps and bounds better than a lot of the ones that we got now. But
oh god, now
then again,
like, fucking Royal Rumble happens. It's like you actually just watch the match, and I can't tell who anybody is coming out.
I know.
The music. Like if I shut my eyes, I wouldn't know unless the commentators were saying who it was coming out,
or unless it's somebody like the Queen Zelina Vega, where it says Queen Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
Even Seth with the Burn It Down, it's like
everything's awful with that. Yeah, like Ricochet has the, and then it goes into like just some jobber theme, and
even Natty's is different, but you can't tell because it's got the Hitman siren.
They changed Natty's? I guess I paid that little attention to when Natty's coming out like that.
Like it's like this point you could tell, like you just tell how much weight they're putting behind Batista now. Like he feels like a huge deal at this point. Well, to be fair, like watching this one now, it's only a couple of weeks ago we watched the Royal Rumble 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like this is the show before
precursor.
Before his main crowning achievement at that point.
And if you're looking at these people that are in this match, like obviously Triple H, multi-time champion, well-established. Orton's got that future star kind of thing. Edge is the future star, but he's also been around for a while. Batista's some guy that looks like a fucking beast. $1 million. So yeah, I mean, this looks like it would be a hell of an elimination chamber. Now you got Jericho coming out, which of course Jericho's great.
Yes, this is Jericho's the start of Jericho's final year.
As Y2J, like the Y2J.
Yeah. I mean, when he comes back in like 2007, he's still Y2J for a bit, but
Yeah, the Me Want title match thing.
Yeah, he had the one match with Randy Orton.
I still, to this day, have that Save Us music is my ringtone on my phone.
Mm.
And it makes sense to have Jericho pop out like this, too. Kind of start off with somebody who's more of like a wrestler. Save some of the other kind of focal points.
Yeah, wait till you see the guy that he's partnering up with.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Blank.
Yeah, yes. Steven Richards. So obviously Benoit is only about 6 months removed from his one and only world championship reign.
So everybody here has been a champion except for Batista.
And Edge.
And of course, Edge.
Edge has been world champion at this point, yeah.
And,
Edge will have to wait a whole another year to be world champion.
At an Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. It does seem quite amazing considering how many titles he did end up winning that he's the last guy out of all these people to be world champion.
Who, Edge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to remember, like, he also is champion when half of these people are already gone full time.
Mm.
That's how he ends up getting 11.
Yeah. I think it's just like, just looking at the order of the stuff as well. It's like Triple H has obviously been world champion multiple times already at this point. He's probably already like a 7 or 8 time champion at this point.
This spoiler, he wins. If you don't know, I'm sorry. This win will be his 10th.
Right. Jericho's his first world title was in 2001. It was first WWE world title. Well, that was
his only at that fucking point.
Yeah, and then you have and then it's Benoit, and Benoit goes straight into Orton, and then it's just Triple H for a while before he gets to Batista, and then Edge just has to sit and wait until Money in the Bank. So.
And then he doesn't even cash in for this world title.
No.
But he does do it at an Elimination Chamber match, or after an Elimination Chamber match at New Year's Revolution. So, yeah, he got around to it.
Yeah. I always like to look back at that one as well, just think like the fact that he only held that title up until the Royal Rumble, and just feel like that could have just been it for him.
That very well could have. Like we know that
you look at people like nowadays, like Big E and stuff like that, and Kofi, and just like obviously Kofi held it for a long time. Yeah, it's just a case like you just hold it the once, and then you just like, okay, you've had that now, and now we just put you back into a tag team or back down the mid card, and that's it. We could see some actual wrestling to start off with.
Shawn Michaels is like perfected being a referee.
Yeah,
he's done it so many times.
Like, yeah,
he just needs to be he just needs to be very over exaggerated with it. He's very dramatic as a referee, but he's very dramatic in most situations. So
if you think about it, he's been a guest referee in 3 different decades.
How many who do you think's got more special guest referee spots? He or Stone Cold?
Him.
Oh, Shawn. Yeah, Shawn, definitely. That's a. So
Austin's been at least a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh, the ones I remember for Austin are Austin was special referee for
Goldberg.
Lesnar, and he was also special referee for was it Lashley?
Batista.
Oh, he was enforcer for Lashley and Mark, wasn't he?
And he was a referee for that one too.
Oh, he was referee. Okay.
He was a referee for Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
But like Shawn,
Shawn
I remember.
Yes. So this obviously there is The Rock versus Triple H on the first episode of SmackDown.
Rock versus Triple H in the Iron Man match.
Yep. Undertaker, Triple H, end of an era. I think he was a special guest referee for Adam Cole versus Drew McIntyre.
Yep. He was a special guest referee for Bryan versus Orton inside Hell in a Cell.
Bret Hart versus The Undertaker at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I'll get some Germans going.
He's so fucking good. Like I always feel like shit watching these because it's like you want to just praise the ability here, but you know the future.
Yeah.
That person was going to do the
It's an
honk for every
Elimination
punch.
Chamber match. Like rope draft ropes. It's an Elimination Chamber match. It's always bugged me these inconsistencies of the rules, whether the ropes do count or not. It always like just completely threw me in that first Elimination Chamber match where Triple H puts his foot on the rope to not be pinned off the 5-star.
I think it's fair to do that when it's like the first one and you don't know.
Yeah. But it just like sets a weird precedent, and then in future there are certain situations where they don't use the rope break where you can pin them on the outside of the ring, and it's like.
And there's technically it's no DQ, so there shouldn't be a rope break anyway.
Yeah, realistically, the first match of any pay-per-view should be the one that sets the precedence for all future ones, unless they like then make specifically clear in like a promo segment later on or something like that they've changed the rules somehow.
Yeah, kind of like when they've done,
you
know, the Royal Rumble's going to have 40 people this year, that kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it wasn't until the Michaels thing in '95 they made the rule about both feet touching the floor, really, did they?
Right.
Well, they enforced it after that.
Right, yeah.
I like when Canadians do this. Like, you know that they're going to their buddies' pod kind of thing.
Yeah. Jesus Christ almighty. Benoit just flipping all the way over in that as well.
Jerry pointing out that Benoit landed on his head. Ugh.
Well, yeah. So, they're counting down in Spanish.
Yeah.
Good for them. I wonder if they'll do that in Saudi.
I love the fact Michaels is looking around. It's like, what? What they count down in Arabic.
Jesus Christ!
I would assume that they would. Yeah.
Fucking wait. Yeah, he didn't even wait.
Yeah, you got to try to get a pedigree off.
Yeah, you can tell that like oh my god, it's the star of the match. This is what it would be like when
Jesus.
This would it be like? Well, I'd say it'll be like that when Lesnar gets in the ring. Realistically, that's probably the case because he's the biggest star in that.
Lesnar's gonna come in last and eliminate everybody.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna do that. Well, I mean,
I'll be the last one into it.
There's still a chance that Bobby Lashley retains, but Lesnar's going to be the star that comes in and everybody goes fucking nuts. Rope break.
Oh, look, the rope.
On the rope, yeah. Right.
No selling this kick.
Well, he's the star. He's the star of the match. He can't sell at this point.
Oof.
Oh, Jericho's going to make him sell though by giving him that sort of job.
Wait, what? What did Lawler just say?
Ichabod Crane. He's the headless horseman.
He's gonna wind up like Ichabod Crane with no head. You know, he's chopping him in the chest, not the neck.
Yeah. Well, you chop from the neck upwards. I guess it's like going up from the chest into the neck.
And that's definitely not Ichabod Crane.
Yeah. Is he not?
No, he's not the headless horseman.
I thought he was.
Oh.
No, he's in the headless horseman story stuff, but he's not the headless horseman.
Well, as you can see, Jerry Lawler and Callum Wiggins were both confused.
Oh yeah, maybe.
That's like, you ever see Sleepy Hollow?
I probably have, but I can't remember it. So.
Headless Horseman's Christopher Walken. Ichabod Crane is what's his face?
Because he's happiest
Christopher
in
Walken.
the saddle.
I'm happiest
In
with
the
a helmet.
Oh god, what's the name of the other guy in the movie? Fucking Johnny Depp.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I can see how I struggled to remember that quite obscure.
Yeah, I kept only thinking Edward Scissorhands, and I'm like, that's not his name. So I'm mixing the two things up like that. But yeah, Headless Horseman is not Ichabod Crane. Two different characters in the same thing. That's like being like Robin, Bruce Wayne.
Benoit doesn't bleed a lot in the matches he's in. But when
he bleeds a lot.
Yeah.
He doesn't bleed often, but he bleeds a lot. You put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the matches that he like. Did he bleed in the triple threat?
I think so.
Maybe because everybody seemed to be.
Yeah, pretty much everyone was. Yeah. So, but it's hard to tell then whether he's bleeding or just he's getting the blood of
He's
both
got
the
their
other guys all
blood
over it. Yeah.
Sean's face is, unrecognizable.
You made me bleed my own blood.
That's the kind of shit you just don't see anymore. Where it's like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
intimidating.
Yeah, see, I see. This is why I don't like this. I don't like this thing. Because obviously it looks painful, but that's because it fucking is. Like,
right. You can't get around that. That hurts like a son of a bitch for sure.
Yeah. But look how high he gets up on it as well. It's just ridiculous.
Ugh.
The reason I was thinking to watch this one is because there's so many things here that you'll never see again. Like a pool of somebody else's blood.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Let's count the things you'll never see again. The pool of someone's blood, Batista in the ring, Shawn Michaels with hair.
Title match, yeah.
The only thing that you might see again is Edge in the ring and Jericho in the ring.
Jim Ross at his A game.
Jericho under 220 pounds.
You'll never hear Coach again.
You know.
Got him in the neck for that one.
Yeah, it's just
what was that?
Just running in with the
that's kind of awkward.
Why the fuck not?
Well, at the moment they're stalling until the next guy gets in, so I imagine.
And this is like legit 5-minute intervals.
Yeah. Jericho's covered in Benoit's blood.
Rope break again.
Stop doing that.
I'm assuming Orton.
Rope breaks in a no DQ match.
Yeah, Edge.
Yeah. Listen to that reaction. Crowd did not give a fuck. Edge was coming in.
This is in that era where, like, for some reason, people were just not. Like, he was might as well have been the furniture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely still going babyface mode.
He doesn't know how to not play to the crowd.
Yeah.
Imagine the reaction if Triple H would have been pinned right then.
Yeah. It wasn't until it was like, hey, this guy's sleeping with a hot lady. We don't like that.
I mean, they didn't. Oh, obviously these people wouldn't know that, but obviously those in the know knew that already. But yeah, Edge is still very much in the growing phase at the moment. It's what
this is the same Edge that says, I don't want to be in the Money in the Bank match that he will eventually win.
Yeah. There's a difference of like where Edge is here and where he is now, obviously with like clearly defined like Hall of Fame legend status. Like now it's still at a point where you never know, you don't know what edges are going to end up being, really.
Now he's at the point where if WWE were approaching this in their 2022 logic, it would be, there's not going to be anything for him. Let's fucking fire him.
Mm-hmm.
Although, like, in a complete opposite of that, because he's, here, you at least know, well, they see something in him. Because they weren't doing that at the time where it was like, all right, let's put them in the chamber.
Just because, yeah.
Yeah. They would do that next year where you'll see like Carlito and Masters in the chamber.
And eventually you get to the point where there's like Ryback wins the Intercontinental title in it for no reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where
Jericho cut his head
Jericho
open.
gigs, yeah. I think Jericho's gigging. Yeah.
Yep, doing that right now. He's got the pose going.
See, for me, that really hurt like future matches because they'll still bounce them all up and down the cage and they just won't bleed. And you're like,
Well, they can't do that now because it's sick, isn't it? So it's
it's gory self-mutilation, I guess.
Yeah. Oh no! Triple H going now?
Jesus
Probably.
Christ. It looks like he's doing it with both hands.
Yeah, he's got that wrist tape really close to his head there for a second.
Somebody get him some help. Like, now he's doing it.
Somehow Shawn Michaels just starts bleeding. Ric Flair's on the outside, gushing.
Yeah. There's Jericho. Jericho doesn't actually never like bled that often
Doesn't bleed
either.
much either, yeah.
We've seen him bleed like more in the last like 2 or 3 years than he's had done in like his entire career up to that
You
point.
can see Flair getting itchy. He wants to, like,
Yeah.
Flair's gonna start elbow dropping his jacket around ringside.
I always liked Flair as a referee because he always sold things as like as much as the wrestlers in the ring. This is back when Jericho was trying to get the running enziguri over his
that
finisher.
might have been his finisher.
Good breakers is best. Pinfall wise.
Lion Tame was the best one.
I don't like that as a finisher. To me, that's a setup move or something. That's like a, pop the crowd with doing something, but not finish.
I'm talking about the Lion Tamer, not the Lion Salt.
Hunter didn't get all of it.
Oh, I thought you said Lion Salt.
He's got his nose.
Yeah.
No, the Lion Tamer. I'm talking about not the Force of Jericho, but the Walls of Jericho with the knee.
The better version of the
Yeah.
If you're going,
the match is over.
If you're going any of his finishers, Lion Tamer is best. Yeah. Pinfall wise, though, Code Breaker is best.
I was like that he would just go for the Walls of Jericho and never just like first, and then we'll put the Lion Tamer on when you need the match is over. It's like when Kurt Angle used to just put the Grapevine on the ankle lock. It's like, okay, now you know the match is over. I just always wonders, just like, why don't you just do that in the first place? Though? Oh, Triple H just managed to cut his nose instead.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some ketchup on his nose. It's kind of funny, actually.
That'd be even better if he's just got a packet of ketchup that he just squirted.
Hunter the Red Nose Wrestler.
Hunt Hurst Helmsley.
Oof.
Oh, hey, Greg.
I would suggest that's it, but Jericho is clearly
Jericho's
underneath the bottom row.
Yeah. God, Jericho really jumped up on that.
God, they really mastered this whole, like, somebody's coming in, everybody get down.
Edge didn't learn that one. That's why he's not main eventer.
Not yet. I think we know this. This is Randy.
Yeah, Randy, yeah.
Here's something that they've been doing a lot better over the years. This little like near kind of thing, that's not anywhere near as good as it is now, where they have that like more like synced up version of that, and it's ding kind of thing.
So for context, what started this whole thing was at Survivor Series, there was a 4-on-4, and the winners got to control Raw for a week. And everyone, whether they were on Triple H's team or not, agreed that when it was their week to control Raw, because they have logic, they were just going to book themselves in the world title match and beat Triple H. Randy couldn't do that because there was a rule that Randy couldn't challenge Triple H for the belt. So he booked Triple H to defend the title in a battle royal. Vince came out and said, no, fuck that, because in that situation, Steven Richards could become the world champion, and I don't want that. But I will have the winner of the battle royal challenge Triple H next week. Edge and Benoit win. Edge and Benoit then challenge Triple H, and they get into some kind of like, I pinned him, but he also tapped me out at the same time. We need to hold the belt up in an elimination chamber. And like that to me is so much better than, I don't know, it's February, you want to do a chamber?
Oh.
See, I'm down with the Elimination Chamber being the roadblock to WrestleMania, but I don't like it when it's kind of the way that they're doing it this year, where it just seems like it's like, all right, let's just have the chamber and Lashley will defend in that. I like it better when you're just determining who the number one contender is.
Well, it's Orton just hit the RKO on Jericho out of nowhere and then just decided, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy for Benoit instead. And now Benoit's got him in a more of a guillotine hold than a crossface.
Hey, Hunter's bleeding more.
He opened up another packet of ketchup. Now, why would you fucking stop? You know?
Because he wants to.
He'd rather eliminate Triple H. Yeah. that. I kind of like that just because I know how much he hates Triple H and stuff. So
Now they need to finish this up by having Randy get up and go,
Do an
"Yeah,
RKO.
tap, bitch."
There you go.
It good. Oh my god, this is fantastic. And if you notice, they're going out of their way to not eliminate anybody.
yeah, so I know that again, never always been the biggest Triple H fan, but he does whenever he's in like the crossface or sharpshooter in particular, he was
He
always
sells
so
the fuck
Yeah.
out of that.
And think about how much better this is where you've got each one of these guys, eventually, of course, is a main eventer.
Oh, there goes Shawn.
They're all looking good here because you're not just taking somebody out for the sake of taking somebody out. Whereas future Elimination Chamber matches, you get like, all right, well, you know, we've got 3 people in the ring, so somebody's got to get eliminated for the sake of it. And it makes sense that Shawn's down because of the spear.
I like that like if they are desperately trying to actually get Orton over as a top baby face, they've decided that he's the one that Edge gets official pinfall on.
But he doesn't.
All the way across the ring there.
That was good.
Good slide for Shawn right there.
Yeah. The Uno Dash Trace chant as well. They should do more. They should do more in front of Spanish crowds.
That was fantastic. There was so much logic in that moment.
I think we're probably past the 5-minute mark where Batista probably should have came in.
Nope.
Have you been timing it?
After this.
Oh yeah. They have to. Yeah, they probably will extend it a little bit. They have to make sure the Edge got out before that. So. Oh no! Please don't go to the pod. I mean, to be fair, I know what happens anyway. So just
Is
do
he
it
going
for my
to
own
the
entertainment.
Oh,
I can't prevent it from happening. So just do it for my own entertainment then. Oh my god!
How well do you think he hits it? Oh, he's
Probably
far away
not at
too.
all.
Or he hits it perfectly because he's fuck
into the walls. Jesus Christ! It's the crowd's going crazy now.
Wait for it.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, and then
this is so good.
And then they put the thing down quickly.
Just enough time for Batista to be coming out.
They can't open
the door.
Yeah. You know what would have been so great if Batista kicked his way out.
He might.
They let him out, but it would have been so good if Batista had kicked his way out.
Yeah, that would have been a good entrance.
Fuck, that was great, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to watch this match, because it's actually good. And
good things are good.
Good things are good.
And if you think that this podcast is one of those good things, hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah.
Tell us that good things are good by doing that.
Yeah. Crowd is big. He's hot for Batista. Oh, got a lot of height on that spine buster.
Good spine buster, yeah. You got to tease that because that's coming up at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But it's not time to do it yet.
And Jim Ross is doing this like a fucking champ.
Yeah. This is such a good story.
God.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Sometimes it's just that fucking easy, right?
Why is it not like this anymore? Holy shit! Oh.
Every single person here, it's made sense.
Oh
my
god! It's the cameraman. That is such a good spot as well. Oh, this is getting fun now.
Batista.
This is what you do to get a guy over. Gets into the ring and just beats the shit out of everyone.
And I'd argue that everybody here is over.
Yeah.
Except for the guy that they already eliminated and this one, because people weren't ready for Randy to be a babyface.
Yeah.
Who do you think the cameraman was? Who's taking the bump?
Sim Snooker.
They
Nah,
put
because
Howard
they
Finkel
actually
in.
he took the bump well instead of doing it
They
wrong.
put Howard Finkel in there. He'll do it.
Jericho's done a lot of stuff with cameras actually recently and stuff like that. Too.
Oh,
Can't
wow.
really
Yeah, it
tell.
has to be.
Totally
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, I can't tell.
But the man's wearing elbow pads, so he knew something.
He's a nondescript guy with dark black hair. It could literally be anybody.
And they're in Puerto Rico, so you just never know. Could be one of the Colognes.
Sure, it could be like a young primo or something.
Come on, let me just see the face.
He's got a wedding ring on.
Oh.
Man's got a family, and you're fucking throwing him around.
My God, that man's got a family.
But at least he knows to wear his standard cameraman equipment of his shoulder pads and knee pads and elbow pads and all.
Why didn't you show the cameraman?
Because
They
it's
didn't
Shane.
even do anything with that spot either. Like, normally that would be like, oh, we gotta get outside the cage or whatever. They just wanted to take out the cameraman because fuck you.
Somebody might get thrown out of the cage still. No, never mind.
Yeah, I just think that that should lead to realistically that should lead to a spot.
Hunter should at least be trying to get out of there.
Or Flair should have been trying to get in.
True.
Get a chair or something like.
Bulldog on the steel. Oh, they're definitely giving the crowd its money's worth after the other shit show.
I mean, yeah, you can argue that this show is a shit show, but I think this makes up for it.
Oh yeah, this is great. But then again, you could have just like made the show an hour long and could have just had this, and then we could all go home happy. First of all, you could have got home happy, and also 2 wrestlers wouldn't have gotten injured earlier in the night, and thrown your WrestleMania plans probably in all sort of places.
So who gets injured?
So
Lita
Eugene gets injured in a tag team match earlier in the show, so that ends up him and Regal having to relinquish the tag titles. And Lita gets injured in a match with Trish Stratus for the women's title, and it ends up with Trish winning the title, but having to win the title back. I don't know if that was the plan, but like, there's a good chance that they just had to call an audible and have Trish win the title back, even though she'd only dropped it like a flare flop. Had only dropped it like a few weeks earlier to Lita.
There's a good chance that they wanted Lita versus Trish at Mania.
Yeah. Instead, they had to have the ultimate Lita surrogate, Christy Hemme, against Trish instead. But also, sort of, started to fade a little bit. They're just waiting, seemingly. Well,
Man, you get a spine buster.
Oh, on top of the. Oh,
and
God,
that'll do.
Yeah.
You won't see many people get pinned off the spine buster, but if you're gonna do it, that's a good way to do it.
More people should get pinned by somebody's secondary move.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've always had the belief that you, as a wrestler, you should have multiple finishers. Or
And Jericho,
at least multiple ways do you win matches. So yeah.
Jericho's mastered that in recent years.
Yeah.
But can you really say he's mastered it if one of them is just a stupid looking elbow?
I like the Judas
It
fact.
makes sense for his older age. He doesn't want to be, flipping or bumping.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense because now he wrestles a lot of guys that are smaller than him. So he could realistically beat him with one rotating elbow.
I hate it so much.
World's Strongest Man.
And Shawn is selling the fuck out of this. Like,
Oh,
Get ready for the Batista bomb.
Jericho's dead weighting him. Oh no, he got up. Oh, so good.
How do you guys prefer power bombs? You like set out? Do you like razor's edge type?
it depends on who's doing them.
Yeah, they all have the unique charms. I mean, Batista doing the sit out powerbomb, like the explosiveness that he gets on the fall is great. But then you look at the last ride. Honestly, the last ride is something that just like terrifies me because I have no idea why anyone would have agreed to take that. And then But then you look at like Kevin Nash's one.
Yeah, Jackknife
Knife.
just
Kevin
picks you
Nash
up
is
and
great.
you're gonna fall
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah,
He's 7 feet, so it's like you're
you can't teach
falling
that.
from at least 7 feet.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I used to like Kane's powerbomb that he did for a little while, where he used to just like fall his entire body weight forward while doing it. Oh.
Young 24-year-old
24.
features.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give him credit though. That's very
Whoa.
young.
Well, he just opened up immediately there. That I don't think he gigged that one. He can't have done that. Was too quick for him to gig.
Yeah, well, he's a third generation wrestler, so it's built in. His blood is different.
Yeah, to be fair, I did.
He's
just see
got
him just
gigging
put,
blood.
like-
It's working blood.
Yeah, to be fair, I did just see him put something into his right knee pad, so that probably was it. There you go. It's like a big Evolution reunion now. Let's think we're only a couple of like a decade or so away from Blue Batista.
Such a good match.
Yeah. Oh.
At least we're watching this one instead of the one that'll eventually happen that we'll probably be disappointed with in a couple weeks.
That one looks fucking stacked. On that.
Yeah, that one looks very good. I mean, if you're gonna do a chamber, this is the one to do.
Remember that when we get to the match.
Oh, I know that there's a good chance it's all going to just go get pear shaped and stuff like that, but it looks good. To be fair, it's just gonna for me it's gonna be a tale of two matches. It's gonna be all the guys doing the cool stuff beforehand, and then when Brock Lesnar comes in and eliminates everybody, that's basically a completely separate match. As long as the first one's good, I'll be somewhat satisfied.
And with all the different rumors going around, I actually have doubt as to who would win.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain who will win.
Which is the best feeling to have going into a show.
Yeah. Like my brain at the moment is telling me it'd probably be Lashley, but
yeah, I'm thinking it's just go with Brock.
I seriously doubt they're unifying the titles at WrestleMania. So
it saves them the time to think. You know what I mean? You don't gotta make another world title match.
Well, true. But if they already know they're going to be doing Roman and Lesnar, then they can figure out something else. They don't need the other one to be a big match, because then the other matches the other nights being headlined by Ronda and Charlotte. So
that's true.
Anything else? It's just anything else to happen. Doing Orton the gutsy baby face, something that really just doesn't suit him at all.
He can't even do like I'm hearing voices, I'm gonna go to that place.
Yeah.
You don't even have that to rely on yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really gonna
half of his signature moves I don't think he really has yet.
No. He doesn't have the floating doesn't really have the floating DDT. Oh.
You don't need a floating DDT when you have that.
Yeah. I like this spot as
Very
well.
reliable.
This camera angle's great. You just see Triple H like get up, and he could get over there if he wanted to, but he decides better safe to just get Batista out.
And they play on that later.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fucking logic.
Yeah.
Good things are good, man. I tell you, like.
Yeah, it's good storytelling. I can't deny. Like Batista and Triple H is one of the best told stories of the last 20 years.
It's almost like they put in some thought, put a little effort into it instead of just going that again, repeat.
Which it stretches like right from really the implosion of Evolution and like the Orton stuff and Orton winning the title, and then but realistically, it seemed like what people didn't seem to expect was that Orton winning the World Championship was actually really the launching pad for Batista to become one of the top stars in the company.
Yeah, Hunter claims that people looked right past Dave, and he kept saying it's gonna be Dave, and he made sure it was. Because let's be fair, he could have put over Orton stronger than he did.
Oh, look, Batista getting in. Oh, Flair's gone in.
How did he get in? How did he? I guess they left the door open after all. Oh.
There you go.
Okay, it makes
sense. And they explain it.
That logic.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, good. I'm happy with the logic there. So I kind of wondered, why was it just open when the cameraman got in? Why couldn't Flair just got in beforehand?
I love that Shawn, who is not competing, has blood on his wrist tape.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, is this one of those like long drawn out pedigrees?
Yeah. Oh wait, you can't just cover him even though he's out from that clothesline. You have to make sure you get your move in. You have to get your move in.
Which I'm all right with. And Orton's dead weight because he doesn't know how to be a babyface.
Yeah. Or got quite the wedgie there as well.
That's the real finisher. There you go. You got the trace.
So in that one motion, Triple H, who vacated the championship, now wins the title championship.
Right. Like that's the one loophole that I'm not down with, is that he didn't need to win it back.
Yeah, they just added that to
pad his stats.
Just to have a bit of jeopardy involved in it, and then just to immediately get the title back to Triple H.
Oh, you gotta pad the numbers. Yeah.
Like Shawn has to lift his hand up.
But they don't hate each other anymore. They're still playing on that. Like they finished their feud back in June.
Yeah.
Dave's very thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
Lift me up.
And he's not fully down for it, but he's like,
yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll have my moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not aware that Hunter elected not to save him yet.
Yeah. This is Wardlow, MJF type territory. Do you think this will be something that we see with MJF and Wardlow?
Nah, I don't think that they're going to fully reference that.
Well,
I don't think they'll fully reference it, but I think we get shades of this.
Well, like MJF holding the world title aloft and like Wardlow kind of there with him celebrating.
I don't know if they let him get to the world title first. They seem to be intent to have Wardlow get him the TNT title.
It would be. I think it'd be a pretty cool thing of like have Wardlow beat Guevara to be the world to win the TNT championship, and then he lays down for MJF.
You see how he tried to touch the belt and Hunter wouldn't let him touch the belt? Good story.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing. Listen, when Triple H is like really motivated to get a guy over, he'll get that guy over.
So this leads to an interesting question. All of the subsequent people, did they not get over because Hunter didn't let them get over, or did they legitimately not have it? Like, which one do you think comes first? Do they not have it so he didn't help them get over, or did...
What's a mixed bag? There's certain people that wouldn't have gone over, there's certain people that would have done. Let me put it this way. RVD wins the world title in 2002, he gets over properly. He was over at the point. Have
like Booker?
Yeah, Booker.
No, I would argue though that Booker didn't, like, he needed to beat him, but he didn't need to beat him to be over. He needed to beat him because it was the right thing for the story.
Out of that. Yeah, I'm kind of in the boat that if you want to set somebody up, look, if they don't have it, it's not going to work no matter what. But you've got the ability to make sure that it doesn't happen, even if they do have it. I think if you give somebody the right tools and they've got the talent, they can sort it out. But no matter how, if we're going with a tool analogy, no matter how good of a carpenter you are, you can't build a house if you don't have a fucking hammer. You know? So if you're in somebody's case where Triple H is like, no, I don't see it. I don't want to put the guy over. I want to have him lose. I want to do this. Then eventually people are going to just be like, all right, well, that guy sucks.
I don't know, man. One thing that didn't suck was that match.
Very good
It was
match.
a lot of fun. It really makes me just sad. Like, I wish that it was still like that today.
And you would think with like, you know, something to wrestle with when they do these watch alongs and stuff that Bruce would watch these and be like, man, you know, this used to be so good. Why don't we do that now?
I think the problem is it's like when you reboot a show where it's like, well, we'll just reboot it. And you forget that it worked because of its time.
Not just because of its name.
Right.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that going around. Check out Smark Out Moment, Smack Talk Podcast 2.0. We'll see how this Elimination Chamber coming up plays out. Maybe it'll be one of the good ones. Maybe it'll be one of the ones that we would like to forget about. But this one's a good one at the very least. So we want to thank you for checking it out with us and, you know, riding along during this podcast as we did our latest, whatever the number of the Fannounce Table this is. I don't know. We're well past the point where I stopped counting them. But tell us what you think. Drop a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Hit the share button if you want to pass this along to anybody you think might be interested in checking it out. Head up to Patreon. Click the join button. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SmarkOutMoment. Check out the TeePublic and Redbubble shops for the merchandise options if you want to pick up something while they're on sale. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be sales going for a little bit while now. There's usually another one coming up, and, you know, take advantage of that while you can. If you want us to watch another Elimination Chamber in the meantime, the Pick Your Poison tier is always an option that you can take advantage of. And we have more Elimination Chamber content coming your way, not only just the pay-per-view, but eventually I'll be doing the Call the Spot on the card. Always do that for the Elimination Chamber, so I'm going to rank the 6 people that are involved this time. I don't think we're going to get another Elimination Chamber for the women.
Either.
So it's probably just the one this year, but if there is, then there'll be something for that too. But anything you can find on smarkoutmoment.com, or if you follow me at Tony Mango, and you'll find other things elsewhere on other websites like that. You should check out what these guys have going on as well. Not just me, but follow, for instance, Rob over there at Dude Felice all over the place.
You should follow me at Dude Felice on every social media platform. And you should check out Fightful.com because Sean Rossap does some great work over there. Yeah, Callum.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at WickMeister14. Check out all of the stuff on smarkoutmoment.com. Power Rankings is where you'll find my written work on top of this verbal communication. But check out all the other stuff there as well because it's all good stuff.
Good things are good. Hopefully you are good. Hopefully you thought this was good. Hopefully the next thing's good. We're going to try to do that with whatever it is. I know the hot tags are coming up at the very least. And then we have kind of a question mark about what we're going to do after that. But, you know, if you stay tuned to the channel, you'll figure it out when we figure it out. And we will see you then, everybody. But for now, this has been another Smark Out moment. And we're being counted out.